Yo, 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 yo. What's really hood? Your boy MC back again. Talk about the legendary Suge Knight, aka American Suge Knight, aka the Black Disciple of Knowledge, aka Suge Baby OC for these from that city of Compton. You know where it is. Compton City, California. Yay. With my new J's. Yay. What up, Kick? What up, Twitch? What up, you? Too? All right. Marion Hood, Suge Knight Jr., born April 19th, 1965, is an American former, see, executive record producer and CEO, co-founder, former CEO of Death Row Records. Knight was a central figure of Death Row Records. Knight was a central figure of gangster rap and commercial success in the 1990s. This feat is a tribute to the record label's first is attribute to the record label's first two albums, releases of Dr. Dre's The Chronic in 1992 and Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style in 1993. And Knight is currently serving 28-year sentence in prison for a fatal hit and run in 2015. Born Marion Hugh Knight Jr., born April 19th, 1965. That makes him the age of 60. Compton, California, USA. Other names, Sugar Bear, Simone, occupation, record executive businessman. Years after 1987 to 1996, 2001 to 2015. Yay. Criminal status, incarcerated children, 6. Alliances, Pyru Bloods, conviction, voluntary manslaughter, criminal charges, first degree murder, attempted first degree murder, hit and run, penalty, 28 years in prison. Imprisoned at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility in 2018. Musical careers and genres. Yay. West Coast hip hop, gangster rap, G Funk labels, Black Capital, Death Row. You know how we do it. Position defensive end. That's the football career. Number 79. Listed as 6'2", 1.8 millimeters, 1.88 millimeters. Listed weight 265 pounds, 120 kilograms. Career information. High school, Linwood, in Linwood, California. Shout out to my family in California. You heard? Shout out to my family in Cali. Shout out to my family in California. Shout out to my family in the Cal. College, UNLV. NFL Draft, 1987. Undrafted career history. Los Angeles Rams, 1987. States Pro Football Reference. Before founding Death Row Records, Suge Knight played a college football in UNLV. As a defensive end, he briefly played in the NFL for the Los Angeles Rams as a replacement player during the 1987 NFL Players Strike. In 1995, Tupac Shakur began serving a prison sentence of 4.5 years for sexual assault abuse convicts. Knight struck a deal with Shakur that October post his $1.4 million bail and freeing him from prison pending to appeal of his conviction while signing him to death row records in 1996. The label released Shakur's greatest commercial success, All Lives on Me. In September in Las Vegas, someone shot into the car. Knight was driving, injured Knight and fatally wounded Shakur. Dre left Death Row Records shortly before Shakur's death, followed by Snoop Dogg 2 years later. And label rapidly declined. Meanwhile, allegations mounted at Knight being employing gang members, often used intimidation and violence in the business. Dealings from the late 1990s to early 2000s. Shook spent spent a few years incarcerated with assault conviction and association, violation of parole, and probation and parole. In September 2018, Knight pleaded no contest on voluntary manslaughter in the fatal 2015 hit and run. Knight's conviction, along with his previous felonies, triggered California's three strikes law. He was sentenced to 28 years in prison and is eligible for parole in October 2034, when he will be 69 years old. Early life Compton. Knight was born in Compton, California. And the son of Maxine, Nee, Dickman, and Marion Knight Sr. His name should pronounce derives from Sugar Bear, a childhood nickname. He attended Linwood High School in nearby Linwood, where he was a football and track star. He graduated in 1983. Knight is affiliated to Mob Pirate Bloods, Etc. Bloods Gangs football career from 1983 to 1985. Knight attended the player football in El Camino College in 1985. He transferred to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and played football there for 2 years. Though he did not graduate, Knight went undrafted in the 1985-87 NFL draft, but was invited to the Los Angeles Rams training camp. He was cut by the Rams during camp, but became a replacement player during the 1987 NFL Player Strikes and played 2 games for the Rams. Careers. After his brief NFL career, Knight found work as a concept promoter and a bodyguard for celebrities, including New Jack Swing singer Bobby Brown. In 1989, Knight formed his own musical publishing company. His first big profit in the business came when Vanilla Ice agreed to sign over royalties from his smash hit Ice Ice Baby because the song included materials allegedly written by Knight's client Mario Johnson. Knight and his bodyguards confronted Vanilla Ice several times. There was a rumor that Knight entered Vanilla Ice's hotel room and allegedly dangled him by his ankles on the balcony. However, Vanilla Ice said that never happened. Only that Knight threatened to throw him off the balcony. The claim was resolved in court. Knight next formed an artist management company. Warren signed West Coast hip hop artist DJ Quick in the DOC. Later, he met several members of the seminar gangster group from NWA. Death Row Records. Dr. Dre and the DOC wanted to leave both NWA and record label Ruthless Records, run by Eazy-E, rest in peace. Another member of NWA, according to NWA manager Jerry Hill, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace Tupac as well. Rest in peace Joel and rest in peace Nate Dogg. And threatened Hiller and Eazy-E with lead pipes and baseball bats to make them release Dre, the DOC, and Michelle Lee. Shout out to the beautiful black queen Michelle Lee. From that contract in April 1991, ultimately Dr. Dre and DOC co-founded Death Row Records in 1991 with Knight. He vowed to make it the Motown of the 90s. Initially, Knight fulfilled his ambitions. He secured a distribution deal with Interscope, and Dr. Dre's 1992 solo debut album, The Chronic, earned triple platinum status in the United States by the end of 1993. He also made a career of Dre's protege, Snoop Dogg, whose own debut album, Doggy Style, obtained a quadruple platinum certification in the United States in 1994. Meanwhile, Death Row had begun a public feud with two live crews, Luther Campbell. The following year, he opened a private by appointment only nightclub in Las Vegas called Club 662. So named because of numbers spelled out mob. On telephone keypads, MOB, standing for Member of Bloods. In 1995, he ran off for a city's activist C. Delores Tucker's campaign against gangster rap, whose criticism of Death Row's glamorization of gangster lifestyle may have helped scuttle a lucrative deal with Time Warner. Tupac Shakur, MC Hammer, and Dr. Dre. In the Death Row label, Knight's feud with East Coast record executive Sean Combs progressed when Knight insulted the Bad Boys label founder on the air at the Source Awards in 1995. Yeah. Openly critical of Combs' tendency ad-libbing on his artist songs and dancing in the videos. Knight announced the audience, you know what it is, anyone out there who would be recording artists who want to stay a star and don't have to worry about an executive producer. Producing all in the videos, all records, dancing, come to Death Row. Legendary words. Conrad Tillett, then Nation of Islam minister known as Conrad Muhammad, the hip hop minister counseling Combs during this ensuring food at night, and also asked Knight to stop terrorizing Combs. Tillett also protected Combs, sending elite guards from the Mosque Number 7 to guard Combs, who was receiving death threats from gangsters connected to Knight. The same year, Knight offered post bail US 1.5 million For Tupac Shakur, if the rappers agreed to sign with Death Row, Shakur agreed settling the stage for his 1996 debut double album, All Eyes on Me and Don Illuminati, The 7 Day Theory. MC Hammer's relationship with Suge Knight dates back to 1988, with the success of 1994's album Funky Headhunter, featuring the Dog Pound. Hammer signed with Death Row Records by 1995, along with Snoop Dogg and his close friend Tupac. The label did not release the album with Hammer's music entitled Too Tight. While he had a career with them, although he did not release the versions of some tracks of his next album. However, Hammer did record tracks with Shakur and other most notable songs Too Late Player, along with Big Daddy Kane and Danny Boy. After the death of Shakur in 1996, Hammer left the record company. He later explained his concerns about the circumstances in an interview with Trinity Broadcast Networks, TVN, Best Christian Network. Since he was in Las Vegas with Tupac the night of his death, Hammer released Tupac's Unconditional Love on his Family Affair album in 1998. The friendships between Hammer, played by Romany Mako, Tupac, played by Lamont Benton, rest in peace, and Suge Knight, played by Anthony Norris, was depicted in the television film Too Legit, the MC Hammer story, airing on VH1 in 2001. Dr. Dre, frustrated with the company's increasingly thuggish reputation and Knight's violent inclinations, left and formed his own label, Aftermath Entertainment, in March 1996. The murders of Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. theories accusing Knight, though never charged by the prosecutor for any involvement. Suge Knight has been the subject of theories in popular culture. In the murder of the two well-known rap artists, Tupac Shakur was shot 4 times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, and died 6 days later on September 13th when Shakur's East Coast rival Notorious B.I.G. was murdered in a similar drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, California on March 9, 1997. Speculation arose the Knight was involved and that Big's death was a revenge killing. Former Death Row artists, including Snoop Dogg, also later accused Knight of being involved in Tupac's murder. Ex-detective Rizzo Poole Kajada the type Knight had Tupac killed before he could part ways with Knight's label and conspired to kill Biggie to divert attention from himself. In the Tupac's case, Biggie murder theory implicated Knight as a road cop and a mortgage broker named Amar Muhammad, who was never police suspect, along with the chief of police at LAPD. Alright, so let's go to see. The known also affiliated with Mob Peru Bloods hired members of the gang that worked for Death Row Records. Knight also hired members of 2 other blood sets, Fruit Town Peru and Ludus Park Peru. By the early 2000s, a rival development between the Mob Peru and Fruit Town Peru, which resulted in deaths of several people from Knight's Inner Circle. The end of Death Row Records. On April 4th, 2006, Knight filed bankruptcy due to civil allegations against him, which Lady Harris was said to have been cheated out of 50% stake in Death Row Records. Under question by creditors, he denied having money tucked away in foreign countries or in Africa company that deals with diamonds and gold. Bankruptcy documents filed show Knight had no income from employment or operation of a business. According to financial records, his bank account contained $11 and he owned clothing worth $1,000, furniture and appliances valued $2,000, and jewelry worth $25,000. Yeah. He testified the last time he had checked the label's financial records was last 10 years prior. Knight's lawyer said the client is still at the helms of Death Row and has been working on securing distribution deals for the label's catalog. Harris told reporters she had received the $1 million payment but had not agreed to settle the matter. I'm telling you, I didn't do the settlement for $1 million. That's ridiculous. Let's keep it real, she said. Personal life. On November 3rd, 1989, Knight married Sharita Lee Golden in Las Vegas. In October 2023, Suge Knight co-founded a podcast with Break Media. Biographical portrayals. Years title portrayed by notes. 2001, Too Legit to Quit. MC Hammer story. Anthony Norris, biographical film about MC Hammer. 2009, Notorious, Sean Ringo, a biblical film about the Notorious B.I.G. 2015, Strategy Cochran, R. Marcus Taylor, biographical film NWA. 2016, Surviving Compton, Dr. Dre, Suge and Michelle Lee. R. Marcus Taylor, again playing biological film about Michelle Lee. 2017, All Eyes on Me. Dominique L. Santana, biographical film about Tupac Shakur. 2018, Unsolved, Dominique L. Santana. American true crime anthology television series based on the murders of rappers Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. Documentary films. Knight was interviewed for Rap Sheet, Hip Hopping the Cops. 2006 documentary revealed NYPD's views surveillance of hip hop artists and executives. American Dreams, Last American Nightmare. A documentary by Antoine Fuqua. Featuring interviews conducted by Knight in 2011 and in 2012 was broadcast on Showtime on December 21st and 2018. And this is the story of Suge Knight. Make you like this video, make you share this video, make you watch this video, and make you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And we out. This is a wrap.
Hey, kid,
Yeah,
you like Brussels sprouts?
yeah.